Caravan family. Chapter 11. A Great Time in the Dairy. On the next Friday, the children did their caravan jobs quickly, because they all wanted to rush off to the farm and watch the butter being made. They made their beds and tidied their caravans. They cleaned the sink and brought the water from the tank beneath the caravan to the roof tank, so that they would have plenty to run down to the taps when they were turned on. Mike shot off to collect the wood for his mother's fire, and stacked it neatly in the caravan. Belinda and Anne ran down to the village to buy a few things their mother wanted. "Is that all, Mummy?" said Belinda, when she brought back the things and put them into Mum's cupboard. "Can we go down to the dairy now and watch Auntie Clara?" "Off you go," said Mummy, pleased to see the children's rosy brown faces, and to know how much they were learning of good country ways. They would have to go to school in the autumn, but meanwhile they were learning country lessons they would never forget. The children rushed to the dairy as fast as they could go, hoping that Auntie Clara hadn't begun her butter making without them. Anne's legs weren't as long as the others, so Mike waited for her. Belinda got to the dairy first. She looked round. Big, cool, whitewashed place, with its stone floors and shelves. It was lovely. "Auntie, oh Auntie, you've begun to make the butter," she cried in dismay, but her aunt shook her head with a smile. "Oh no, I haven't. This isn't the butter churn I'm using. This is the milk and cream separator I'm working. It separates the milk from cream for me. Then I can use the cream for my butter." Anne and Mike came in, and they watched with Belinda as their aunt turned the handle of the separating machine. "Watch the two pipes that come out from the side of the machine," said Auntie Clara. The children watched. They had seen their aunt fresh milk in at the top of the separator. And now, lo and behold, out of the two side pipes came milk and cream, quite separate. "The top pipe has got cream out of it," said Belinda, "and the bottom pipe has milk." "Oh, Auntie, isn't it clever? Can I turn the handle?" said Anne. "Do let me." So Anne turned the handle, and was delighted to see the milk flowing separately out of the two pipes. The cream was added to some cream already in a big crock. "Now for the butter," said Auntie Clara, up her sleeves. "That always makes me heart the butter churn isn't so easy to use as a separator." The butter churn was a big beech barrel mounted on a wooden frame. It had a handle too. Auntie Clara poured the cream into the churn. It did look thick and yellow, delicious. She took hold of the handle and began to turn it. To the children's surprise, the whole barrel turned over and over. "Oh, look at the cream splashing away inside," cried Belinda. "What a lovely sound." "Auntie, how does the churn make the butter?" asked Anne, puzzled. "Cream goes solid when it's whipped, or when it's shaken about like this," said Auntie Clara, her face getting red, and the churn being so heavy. "It's being shaken about well inside this churn. The butter will soon be made." I want to turn it, said Anne, but it was too heavy for her. It was too heavy for Belinda too. But Mike's strong arms turned it quite well. Ah, the butter's coming, said Auntie Clara, when she took the handle again. I always reckon it takes about 20 minutes. Some folk take longer. Butter comes quickly, thank goodness. Their aunt took the lid off the churn and let the children look inside. Where was the thick cream? It was gone. Instead, they saw lumps of yellow butter swimming in what looked like thin milk. That's the buttermilk, said their aunt, putting the lid on. Now just a minute or two more, and the butter will be ready. She swung the churn over and over again, and stopped. Lumps of butter were taken out and washed. Then, with a wooden butter roller, clever Aunt Clara made the butter firm and hard. Let me help you make it into half-pound and pound pats, cried Mike, as clever with his hands. Soon the shelf was piled with pads, all wrapped up in knitted farm paper. Auntie Clara, I'd like to help you make the butter each week. Separate the milk and cream too, said Mike suddenly. Belinda is helping to milk the cows each day. Anne says she wants to help feed the hens, so I'll help with the butter. I'm strong and I can easily swing the churn. Thank you, Mike, said his aunt. Great. So much to do on the farm just now. I'd be glad to have your help. We love helping, said Anne. In return for helping to milk the cows, I shall give Belinda 4 pints of milk a day, said Auntie Clara. And for helping me with the butter, you shall have 2 pounds of it each week, Mike, and for helping with the hens, you shall have 2 dozen eggs, Anne. Well, wasn't that simply lovely?